Welcome to Inside the Huddle on the Muskies Sports Network with Muskingum head football coach Al Logan, your number one source for all the latest news on the Fighting Muskies. Coach, last week a very heartbreaking overtime loss at Capitol. After that game was over, what did you tell your guys?
It was one of those games where you played pretty well, and at the end you're going, what the heck happened here? And it came down to turnovers. Unfortunately, we had a couple opportunities that we didn't capitalize on. A late punt that we dropped, and just a minimum swing in the fourth quarter. Punting into the wind, kicking into the wind didn't help in that fourth quarter also. But let a game that we thought that maybe we played better than them slip away because of penalties and maybe just not taking advantage of some opportunities we had early on.
We talk about it every week, and you tell us every week keys to victory: turnovers, time of possession, field possession, penalties. Last week it seemed to bite the Muskies a little bit. What do you do as a staff this week to get ready for Marietta to limit those?
Well, we just got to continue to work, and part of those penalties are just kids at times not focused up. So you got to continue to work on that. But we had a couple penalties, personal foul penalties that come really at bad times in the game for us, and kids have got to be able to put our team first and foremost and eliminate those things and be a little bit smarter at that point in time. But we talk about it, we harp about it. I think if you look at our conference, I think we're still the second less penalized team in our conference. So we're told some good things. It was just unfortunate Saturday that we had 9, and I think each of those 9 penalties had an effect on the outcome of that game.
Now the focus turns towards rival Marietta. It will also be the senior day here on campus in McConaughey Stadium. This year's senior class, 22 people strong. Talk about your seniors and what they've meant to this program.
Well, there's you look at them as such a diverse group of kids, young men actually that over the period of the last 4 years have done so many good things for us, not just in playing on the football field, the accomplishments from all conference, and James Washington, our all-time leading pass yardage reception guys in the history of Muskingum, and the Darrell Joneses and those guys that have played a lot of games for us. But this senior class is made up of half of them that haven't played a lot of football, and so I think in what we teach in our program in terms of brotherhood and camaraderie and getting something out of it, to be a part of it and to stay with it, I think speaks greatly, just not of the kids that have been good players in our program, but the kids that are still with us and maybe not playing as much as they would like to be playing. So from that part, I think 22 kids is pretty good, and for the guys that haven't played a lot, I appreciate their talents and what they bring to our program as well.
The game will also mark the Shriners game, a series which was established almost 5 years ago between Muskingum and Marietta. Muskies 4-0 all-time in the series. What do you talk about with the team leading into this game, because there is a little extra on the line?
Well, we talk about it. We started Sunday when we met with our team, or Monday when we met with our team, and there's not a whole lot needs to be said, I don't think, when it comes to us preparing for Marietta. They understand the value of what we do and what we need to do to kind of retain that trophy, and we've had it for 4 years. We made a commitment when they started this thing to keep that trophy here forever, and we're gonna continue to work on that. I know Coach Waddle down in Marietta from day one when he got hired has placed a great deal of emphasis on this game and has talked to his kids. So it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a battle. Two teams on paper identical in terms of wins and losses, and so it'll be a great game to be a part of.
It's a rival game, and you just said no matter what the stats show, this game has always been one that comes down to a close game, hard-fought game. What is it that the Muskies will need to do to take the edge and get this win?
I think if you look at our games in the past, we've got to start off being physical and kind of take it to it from that standpoint. But and not give up big plays defensively. They got a couple kids on their side of the ball that can run by you. So we got to be good at what we're doing on front defensively and get some pressure on the quarterback. And we got to be able to shut down their run game a little bit. But us offensively, we just can't turn the thing over. In 2 games, we've had 9 turnovers, we've had 2 losses in games where we thought maybe we can compete and get wins in. But unfortunately, if you're doing that, you're probably not coming away with wins. So, giving up big plays, being physical with them for the 60 minutes, and again, just being able to win a kicking game.
Coach, finally, it's the last game of the season. How important is it to get a win in the last game to carry some momentum over through the spring and into the next year?
Well, I think it's big, one, for just our seniors leaving our program, and for them to go out of our program with a win against Marietta is, I think, pretty special. But, just to head into recruiting in our off-season with that win's beneficial. If nothing more, just to our mindset of our kids and how hard we want to work and establish, new goals and parameters for next year and what we got to accomplish, and to understand maybe some of the mistakes we made this year that we got to do a better job of in every aspect. But it's pretty important. It really is, and it's our last game. It's a Marietta game. It's a big rival game, but we need to win. That's the bottom line.
Coach, thank you for joining me inside the huddle, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you much.